you'll figure it out. And once I started figuring out that by testing, like, oh, what if I paint a mural for a brand that's their artwork or this or that? I'm like, oh, we're making money. So I started testing the waters. So just make sure whatever your side hustle is, you can actually make money with it, and you go from there. But that was more, I had to make sure I remember to bet on myself. I bet on myself always, and I got to keep betting on myself. So I just had to get past that one hurdle.
Because that actually leads me perfectly on to another question: is we always look at creative people as pure, they give everything into their art, their project, their whatever it is. How did you juggle that? I need to make money, I need to sell myself, the marketing, the interviews, while you're just wanting to be pure and give every part of your soul into your murals, into your message, into your podcast. Do you find that difficult, that kind of juxtaposition between businessman and creator? Does it ever kind of sap you, or do you struggle, or do you find that's quite an interesting journey in itself as well?
The struggle is in I would be doing exactly what I'd be doing for no money. You know, if I was independently wealthy, that'd be the perfect thing because then I wouldn't have to worry about it. The way I say now, my previous businesses, real estate, finance, I worked for money. Like you're measured by money, 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 bring in more money. This money is a byproduct, right? I use this fitness example a lot. I go train and my goals are I want to play with my grandkids, right? If there's a zombie apocalypse, I don't want to get eaten. I want to survive. Like I say that jokingly, but you never know. Um,
The way
the
things are
six pack,
going.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
The six pack is a happy byproduct, right? I don't train for the six pack. I have a six pack because I train. There's a difference if you notice that. Because if I just trained for vanity metrics, I'd probably be on steroids and dieting and this and that and chasing all kinds of perfection. So, and I use that in this as well. There's always like, damn, what am I going to charge? You know, because you don't want to scare them. You want to make sure you get the bill, but then you want to make sure you're valuing your time. That's it's always going to be a thing. But I think because I've always been self-employed, I've always realized like life is us selling ourselves. We're selling everything. As an athlete, we're selling how good we are to start. I was a three-sport athlete. You know, in school, we're selling ourselves to get the good grades and selling ourselves to make friends, selling ourselves. This is also not to say we're selling out. There's a big difference between selling out and selling ourselves. Um, So it's like if you're so true and secure to your values and your mission and what you're creating, what you're building, the money is going to come. And the reason you need to focus on it is do you want to build a life? Are you thinking marriage, kids down the line? I was thinking these things, right? I was in a relationship thinking this like, if you're just like, oh, I'm just going to paint and things are going to happen, maybe they will. But I'm like, look, I want a life. I want to travel. One day I might have kids with the right woman because I didn't have any of this when I was starting. I did have my girlfriend, who's now my wife at the time. But you have to think that way. You have to think about the future. You have to think about all the things that you want. And when you think that way, I think it just becomes part of it. You know, to answer that questions on I've worked with several artists. I have in my other nonprofit, we've worked with artists doing murals all over the place. And there's always someone that'll do it for free, and there's always someone that's going to do it for $1 million.